Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some KOTOR action. It's been a minute. I took, I made a post. It's getting a little burnt out on Rome 2 replays, which is something I feel happens to maybe everybody. I mean, I've been creating content nonstop for 2 years, putting out about anywhere from 4 to 3 videos a week. Every week, and I needed to take a break from creating Rome 2 replays, covering battle coverage. I did say, however, though, that we'd continue on with KOTOR and the Ithorian Empire campaign, and that will still remain. However, it has been, I think, 2 weeks since I've uploaded a video. So yeah, I initially, took that week off where I made that post. And then the following week, I was going to start making videos, and then unfortunately I got sick, just with like a cold for a day. I had a temperature for a day, but then the rest of the week was kind of shot as my voice was kind of ruined. It's not that it's ruined right now, but I'm still a little raspy. So this isn't going to be too long of an episode. We're going to keep it to like 20-30 minutes. We're going to at least attempt that. I'm going to try and keep my eye on the clock, because the more that I talk, the more strain I'm going to be putting on my voice, and then I'm just going to sound more and more like a raspy lunch lady who's smoking a cigarette over the mashed potatoes. But anyway, we're going to continue on with KOTOR, and then on Thursday, I think we'll do a Illyrian Empire. So I think this is where I need to go next. I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's check this footlocker. Although I already checked them. All right, yeah, let's head this way. This is the way that we need to go. We're going to try, and if you remember correctly, before we sent off those poor 2 souls, we have 2 options. We can save the Kolto production, or we could just blow the whole damn thing up. We're going to try and save it. I know that goes against the dark side path that I'm choosing, but I think if we blow it up, we can't come back to Manan. I could be wrong. So I want to try and save it, because remember, we are doing those Ganondarian quests. We want to continue to do those. I want to finish those up before we finish the game completely. So let's head on out. Begin airlock sequence. Now we're gonna go and try and do this. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta use the sonic emitter here. And I think we want to go that way, actually. There we go. I think this is the way that we want to go. This is, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this is probably the worst part. Yep, there it is. Of Manan is trying to... Well, not trying to. It is walking underwater. It's absolutely awful. It's so slow. Alright, here's the control panel. We could go down that way. We can see the giant ass fraction shark that's down there. We can't go that way, obviously, so we gotta come here and deal with the control panel. We're gonna try and do this successfully. Next is fuel tank pressure control. Operator warning, hydrolium unstable at 4 million sanguine. Pressure would rupture container pod. Okay. Alright, fuel injection. Fuel injector pod at 0 out of 3 million. Container pod at 0 out of 5 million. Let's see. We'll fill. I think it has to be even, right? We'll fill this. We had 3 million. All right. Let's actually abort this. I'm gonna save this real quick. Oh, my great save names. Because I'm a child. Okay. Access fuel. 4 million, right. 3 out of 3. What are you saying? Container. So now I think we want to transfer. Okay. 3 out of 5, 0 to 3. We'll transfer. And then we want to fill the injector again. Okay, and then I think we want to do this. Injector pod at 1 of 3, 5 of 5. Okay, and then it's dump the container. 1 of 3, 0 of 5. Transfer this. Fill the injector. We have 3. Transfer. I think that's it. What? Why did this happen? All right, that's what we wanted to happen. Journal. I don't know why it's showing me this. Okay. Over the fuel tank, bolt the harvesting machine and cause it to explode with the machine gun. The giant fractal shark lost interest. Okay. Cool. Let's level up. It's so funny he's in the. Pardon me. Jesus. Skills. We are going to do computer use and treat injury. Cool. We're going to do that. No, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to do improved flurry. Powers. What do we got here? You know what? We should probably do drain life. Drain life is going to be important. But we can do that later. Let's do disable droid. And then accept. Okay. Alright. Now we can make our way. There's the giant fraction shark. Every time I read Firaxin, I always think of Firaxis, which is a game studio that helped make the Civilization 3. Now that the cultural harvesting machine has been destroyed, the great Firaxin shows no signs of hostility. It allows you to pass. Thank you, O great Firaxin. Thank you. Your mercy shows no bounds. Ooh. Okay, come on. "13 hours later." Right. Now, after we discover this, I think I know what's going to happen. I think I actually bungled a little bit, but it's okay. We should have returned to Korriban before we came here, but it's neither here nor there at this point anymore. You know, it is what it is. All right, let's start the super long journey back. God, I hate this. This is the literal worst. I wish it would have just, okay, like, you're back at the Republic Bay, like, don't make me do all this, please. Just return me. Unfortunately, that is not an option. It should be. It should be an option. This is just riveting gameplay at the moment. I'm not sure where I should go. I think I'm gonna. I'll walk past this entrance and I'll go over here. I think this is actually where I want to go. So we'll find out. At least I hope it is. Because, damn it all, if I don't want to have to walk through water again. Come on, you can do it. We're almost there. All right. Okay, perfect. Things could not have worked out more beautifully if I had tried. Nothing in there, of course. Why would there be? All right, let's see, where do I want to go? To the right. And straight on down. And then we can leave.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have
that we get to see
the
this dude.
bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
That's cool, dude. You were on the end of their spire. You killed Trask. You'll pay for that.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
You are out of your league, my boy. So woefully out of your league. And Bastila will also do this. Choke. Force wave. Proof flurry. Alright, let's see.
I'm here.
Ooh, he resisted it. No surprise, really. Let's see if I can get him again.
There, take that. So be it.
No, Bastila, no! Come on, a giant people, though.
What can I do?
What?
We have... where is it? Force suppression. Darth Bandon is a pain in the ass, honestly, to fight. He is really tough.
Yes?
Here, let's see what you got.
There we go.
What?
Hell yeah, baby! Fuck you. Give me your shit. Run your pockets, fool. I hate that they give you Darth Bandit's armor. And he was using force powers with it, but you can't wear armor. I mean, they amended that fact in the second game. But it's still just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Of course, there's not going to be anything in here. All right. So Manon is finished. Yeah, I know it can. Oh, an odd camera angle. Even worse. Even worse. Up and away, baby. Right.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
Everyone went nuts. The Cellcath went insane.
Insane? What did they do? And why?
They killed almost everyone on the station.
They killed everyone? And the mercenaries we sent later? That's horrible. What caused them to all go insane at once like that?
Your construction woke something up.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto?
A gigantic Phyraxian shark that drove all the Cellcath insane.
Horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself?
I blew it up!
Any survivors?
The harvesting machine was destroyed.
No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that, I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map?
None of your business.
I'll assume that means yes. As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together in the future.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Just leave the dead body there. Now we get stopped. Stop, human. We've detected a number of underwater detonations coming from the vicinity of the Harakir Rift. You have been known to have asked questions about this, and our spy monitors in the Republic Embassy recorded you leaving in a submersible that descended to the Harakir Rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or we will be forced to take you by force. Or we will be forced to take you by force. I haven't done anything. That will be for us to decide, human. But if they can do that, the whole system could silence. This is not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in a most difficult situation. The Harakir Rift is the most precious resource on Manon, and anything that threatens it, or the Kolto it produces, threatens our entire species. It will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. As much as we may admire your Republic and your Order in particular, I believe you will have a hard time explaining your role in this incident adequately. We have determined that you were responsible for the detonations that occurred near the Harakir Rift. We demand to know what occurred down there. If the Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, the repercussions shall be very grave indeed. What have you done to the Rift? The explosions were at the research station both our governments set up there. Research station? What are you talking about? Don't try and lie to us, human. We know of this. What? It will be discussed later. This cannot be kept silent. The council will hear nothing of this, and you will keep your silence or be ejected from the court. But we cannot... Silence! It's great voice acting, I know. What has happened at the research station? What caused the explosions? The machinery had woken up a giant Phyraxian shark. A giant Phyraxian? Could it be? Impossible. It is only a legend. But he said he killed it, didn't he? You killed the shark, human? I destroyed the machinery to save it. The progenitor. It must have been. Be quiet. This is merely a myth, and not fit for outsiders to hear. But if it was a life-bringer, the ancestor of our species, think of what this could mean. If it always layered there, then perhaps the culto. Enough. All filters are not to hear such things. But he said he saved it. He destroyed the harvester to save it. Indeed. This casts your actions in a new light, human. This, I believe, will require more thought, both on your actions and on what we must do in response. This court will adjourn while we deliberate. We've reviewed your actions and the situations, human. We thank you for your discretion of the machine and saving the giant fraction which we believe is the source of our culto, or at least its guardian. We will not detain you any longer. While we cannot show our gratitude overtly, know that you have earned our respect. The trial is now over. Yeah, boy! No dark side points gained, or light side points gained either, so that's why I like to call it net positive. I don't know if that's the right terminology. All right, let's return to the Ebon Hawk because we are we done here? Born. Yeah. Kashyyyk. And then, I thought we. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's go back to the ship. And then we will continue on. Although I know what happens next, I'm almost positive, so we'll see what happens. Let's talk to Canderous.
Yeah, what do you want?
What are your thoughts now?
This thing with Joggy. Is there some...
Come on, man.
Your...
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Oh, cool. Let's try repairing some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills request...
We don't need to... Let's get started.
Statement.
Huh?
And now,
hooray!
Fire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have recovered the last of my deleted memory, Master. Unfortunately, my history is still not complete.
What? Why not?
Answer. As I did inform you, Master, the majority of my memory is still locked within my core. That can only be accessed by the appropriate stimuli, and I have no idea what that stimuli might be, unfortunately. Sadly, it seems my true origins will always be a mystery.
You are eager to find your origins, aren't
Query. Wouldn't you be, Master? Here I am, surrounded by all these meat bags, and all I desire is true perfection. Surely there are more droids like me out there. Or is that too much to hope?
you? Well.
Objection. Oh, fine. Laugh at me, Master. Humiliate your pet droid. Go ahead.
So tell me about your last owner, then.
Correction. That would actually be my first owner, Master. The first I can remember. I had completed an assassination in Mandalorian space, though I have no knowledge of what my target was or who sent me. Regardless, my motor function had been damaged, and I could not return to wherever I had been sent from. A Mandalorian soldier claimed me as booty, I believe. He repaired me, poorly I might add, and proceeded to use my assassination protocol to raise his rank.
Does nobody decent ever find you?
Observation. You found me, Master. Perhaps you are simply fortunate that my assassination protocol no longer functions. At any rate, it seems that my Mandalorian owner finally decided to send me against Mandalore himself. My poorest performance, sadly.
Oh, why is that?
Answer. I was captured by this Mandalore during the attempt. He was able to reverse my programming and send me after my own master. It was quite distressing. There was little I could do. Needless to say, I dispatched the Mandalorian soldier efficiently. Once I deactivated, I believe I eventually ended up on the black market and was sold to the Hutt on Slaheron. My darkest day.
Mm-hmm. So you couldn't kill Mandalore, hey?
Statement. With all due respect, Master, he is the leader of the Mandalorians. Perhaps my old master was foolish to send me after him.
So can you remember anything else?
Answer. There are a few Mandalorian implants that I can activate now. They will improve my performance. Beyond that, Master, there is nothing more I can relate to you. With luck, we will discover the stimulus to unlock my core very soon.
Cool. So he gets regenerate some health. Not like I use HK all that much anyway. All right. Don't really care for Jolie. Let's talk to Juhani. Maybe we can get her to open up a
How
little
may
more.
I be of
She's
What
worse
is
than
it
Beodor. What happened after your father
After
died?
my
Tell
father
me.
My mother was left to support me alone. A single non-human woman, living in one of the worst, most violent slums on Terrace. It was not easy for her.
What happened?
When my father was killed, it seemed that something in her began to die as well. She worked. She worked as hard as she was able. But over time, she began to waste away. I later learned that she was unable to get enough money to feed both of us, and had to start borrowing from the exchange. A band of cutthroats and smugglers. But even that was not enough. She hid what she was doing from me. She gave most of her food to me so that I would be strong, but she herself was suffering deeply from it. In the end, she could go on no longer, and collapsed at the cantina where she worked one day.
She died?
She never recovered. There was nothing really that I could do for her. She left me no money, and no doctor would see her without being paid first. I sat by her bed for days as she lay there dying. I never want that to happen to someone I care about ever again. But there was still the money she had borrowed. She had never paid it back and made no provisions for her death. You must understand. The exchange is brutal. They care nothing for the life of a sentient being. They are the major suppliers of slaves on Terrace.
They captured you.
They thought it would be appropriate that, with my mother owing them money, the debt should be passed on to me. And with no way to pay, they took me by force. You have no idea what it is like to be bound like a beast and treated as such. It was the worst time of my life. They treated me like livestock. They were waiting for a buyer to give them some credits for me when the Jedi came to fight the Mandalorians.
And they freed you?
The Jedi could not abide by what they saw there, and drove the exchange from the face of the world, freeing those of us imprisoned there. But the Jedi soon left to fight their war, and I was left with a dream.
What did you do?
I swore that I would become a Jedi. As soon as I had enough money to do it, I bought passage on a freighter headed for Dantooine, and we both know what has happened since then.
You became a
I am
Jedi.
grateful to you for having given me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, rather than become what I hated. Someday, I may make it up to you. But for now, let us keep on the task at hand. How
Try
may I
talking
be...
to her again.
What is it?
Ah!
Of course.
I'm pretty sure there's another set of dialogue that I have to get through with her in order to unlock what I need. All right, so let's see. We'll go. We're gonna attempt to fly to Tatooine to do some of these Ganondarian quests, and we'll see what happens here. see if we can go unbothered by anybody. Although, again, I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna happen. I believe. Yep.
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Kareth's vessel. My old mentor.
Crosses his arms, a brooding pansy. We're gonna have to decide here who we want to play as. Usually I would use Mission, but maybe we'll go with HK. Maybe.
Admiral Kareth taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Kareth's flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family was destroyed that day, and my wife died in the Sith bombardment.
This is your chance to avenge the deaths of your family.
That is not the way of the Jedi. Vengeance, anger, emotion. These things lead to the dark side.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest for vengeance, but if I get a chance to kill Saul during our escape, nobody better get in my way.
Good.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess yet.
I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either. You can count on plenty of guards watching every move we make.
Maybe Admiral Kareth doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talents. Talents we could exploit so that one of us could stage a rescue. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so they can come and rescue us later. It's a long shot, but it's our only hope.
Admiral Kareth will be watching the three of us very closely. One of the others is going to have to save us.
If we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
Is that an innuendo? Mission, no. Andorus. Giovanni. I almost want to go with T3 just because we could hack stuff. I don't think I've ever gone as him either. I always usually end up going with Mission. Just because she is the stealth field generator. Who to pick? Who to pick? Yuhani or T3? Let's go with T3.
Well, the droid's right. If we disable him, the Sith will probably wipe his memory chips and take him to the junk pile. But if we can rig a backup memory chip with a timer, when it kicks in, the little fellow will be reactivated and he can come find it.
Let's do it.
Hold on, they're dragging...
Bastila, Karth, and the crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Kareth warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We found a disabled astromech droid in the back of the ship.
Wipe its memory chips and take it to the junk pile. Maybe we can use some of its parts for salvage.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promise myself I will kill you for what you did to my homeworld.
Did you learn nothing in your time under me? As a soldier, you should understand that casualties were unavoidable. This was an act of war.
It was a cowardly act of betrayal. Your fleet bombed a civilian target into oblivion without warning or provocation, and the blood of those innocent people is on your hands.
In war, even the innocent must die. The Sith would not accept me until I proved I had truly turned my back on the Republic by bombing the planet.
My wife died in that attack, Saul. And for that, I swear I'll kill you.
You used to be a man of action, not of empty words. Cling to your lust for revenge if you must, but spare me your tired threats. I've heard them all before. You're an insignificant part of these events anyway. Lord Malak is far more interested in your Jedi companions. He has great plans for them.
We will never serve Malak or the dark side. The Sith will be destroyed, Admiral Kareth, as will you if you don't turn away from this path.
Your words are brave, Bastila, but the lure of the dark side is hard to resist. Or so I've been told. I wonder if your companion is as devoted to the light as you are.
For the right offer, I could probably be convinced to join the
Your
Sith.
loyalty is as fickle as ever, I see. Malak will find that amusing, though I seriously doubt he will want you of all people at his side. The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you once and for all, but he may want to question you given the trouble you've caused him, and the history between you.
Why don't you just let me go? Bastila is the one you want.
You mean... Oh, this can't be true, can it? You really don't know what's going on here, do you? Well, I won't be the one to deprive Malak of the pleasure of telling you himself. The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his own twisted pleasure. Eventually, you will tell him everything. The Sith can be very persuasive. However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he arrives, so I suppose I will have to fill in for him until then. Activate the torture fields. Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them. Malak will appreciate any information I can give him when he arrives.
Don't waste your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know your friend's loyalties have proven in the past to be somewhat flexible.
Don't torture me. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
What are you saying? Physical pain is nothing compared to the suffering of the galaxy if Malak should defeat the Jedi.
It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. Your will is too strong to be broken that way. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble watching those they care about suffering. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Bastila will suffer.
Go ahead and torture her. I don't really like her anyway.
You expect me to fall for such a transparent ploy? You travel halfway across the galaxy with someone and you expect me to believe you feel nothing for each other? I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained?
Alderaan. It's on Alderaan.
Alderaan is nothing but a planet of artisans and philosophers. There is no training academy there. You must think this is a game. Very well, this is the price of your resistance. Enough! You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew the Academy was on Dantooine, and it has since been destroyed by our fleet. Dantooine is an empty graveyard now. Nothing is there but a smoking ruin and the charred remains of your former masters.
I never liked them anyway.
Brave front, but your feigned indifference does not fool me. Your masters are eradicated, along with any hope of someone rescuing you. Now, tell me your mission. How were the Jedi planning on using you to stop Lord Malak and our Sith Armada?
It doesn't really matter. We were searching for the Starforge.
Why? Why are you telling him this?
You should be grateful, Bastila. He is sparing you agony beyond comprehension.
Words that betray the Jedi Order bring me more pain than any torture.
Oh, shut
Tell
up.
me, how did you find out about the Starforge?
I found Malak's diary. Bastila and I saw Revan and Malak searching for it in our dreams.
How could you betray the Jedi like this?
I find your willingness to cooperate pleasing, though it seems your answers are quite upsetting to Bastila. Not to worry. We are almost finished here. The information you have given me has been most useful, but I fear our session is over. Lord Malak will want to continue with this line of questioning himself. I will leave you here in your cell with a small taste of the horrors you will suffer when Lord Malak arrives.
The horror! The horror!
Don't try to move too quickly. You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Kareth had his guards continue to torture you even after you passed out.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer. He's become some sort of sadistic monster.
The dark side has perverted him, Karth. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into the depths of evil. I fear he is forever lost.
Blah, blah, blah. Don't you ever get tired of being so preachy?
This is not a matter to joke about. If there is one thing... Sorry, forgive me. Snapping at you like that won't help
I
my
didn't mean to
situation.
skip that. That's
I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. First Tara's, now the Academy. Is there no end to the killing?
It's their own fault. They should have seen the attack coming.
We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign. I fear the dark side is growing stronger, casting shadows our vision cannot pierce. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped. Rook, Vendar, Zar. I cannot imagine all of them being gone. In any case, we've lost our one place of refuge in the galaxy.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back.
I'm not afraid of him.
Saul mentioned that Lord Malak was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival and to report the results of our interrogation.
I only wish you'd been able to resist the Admiral's questioning. I hope the information you revealed does not bring the entire galaxy under the dominion of the Sith.
Why should I endure torture just to protect the Republic and the Jedi?
Your attitude disturbs me. Such selfishness is a sign of the dark side's taint.
Ew.
It does little to gain confidence in you.
Forget about it, Bastila. It doesn't matter anyway. I've known the Admiral a long time. I could see that he already knew the answers to the questions he was asking. The interrogation was a sham. Saul was toying with us. He didn't care what we told him. I think it was just an excuse to torture us before Malak arrived.
Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message. The Dark Lord knows we're here now. Malak is coming.
Well, then we better hope T3M4 busts us out of here before he arrives.
He says the other door, attempting to access your higher memory areas, you will need to take the take key opportunities to interfere with the process and select the enemy droid in turn. Oh boy, what did I do to myself? A stream of numbers is being loaded into your core memory systems. By completing the series, you can corrupt the data stream and disrupt the other droid's programming. 34, 21, 13, 8, 5, 3? The program is going to be ready. 4-1 wipe. Successful program. A new series of numbers is inbound by completing the series. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Yeah. Continuous collapse. Core 3 wipe. Successful. Blah, 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 blah. Disrupting stream. 2, 3, 5, 7. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wipe. Now wiping all memory. The entire party has been killed. Ha! Awesome. Shit. Alright. We'll stop here for now. I fucked up picking T3. Son of a bitch. I might just have to look up the answers so that I can successfully do what I need to do. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. It's nice to be back. With that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.